various, you laid out some real crisp, concrete steps you're taking. What does it look like in a couple of years? Presumably, you've got those steps done, and you're on to the next handful of implementation capability. What are you expecting to see over the next couple of years?
Yeah, so several things. When we think about the modernization roadmap, things continue to change, right? So we're living in what we call the new now. It's not the new norm, it's the new now, because you never know, tomorrow things may completely change. However, as organizations, as companies, and the world continues to evolve, the world in which we once knew users coming into an office 12 hours a day, then trying to commute back home and do more work, those type of things are becoming less and less more common. So with that being said, how do we again meet the end user where they are? We have to really embody and embrace this concept of remote work, because remote work will be here. And with that being said, a lot of the technical dialogue and terms that we're using, zero trust, continuous monitoring to secure, the lacking of VPN or the using of it, we have to begin to think about how we can meet that remote user. And in 3 to 4 years, the way we see things, or the way we envision it, especially from an IT perspective at the Corps of Engineers, is users, we only may have 10% of our users that go into the office. So with that being said, it's less more of a LAN WAN connection, but more so of a remote connection, a Wi-Fi enabled connection. And that allows us to look at things such as 5G to be able to employ or deploy a lot of these technical things. So in 3 to 5 years, I think several things will happen. One, funding. How we pursue funding from a federal perspective will probably change. Because with that being said, in order to leverage a lot of this new technology and capabilities, it's going to force us to think about things from multiple years versus just the year of execution. Because a lot of our funding dollars, when we look at funds, we do have that 1 year time on a lot of our money. But how can we take advantage of multi-year dollars to help move modernization efforts and initiatives forward? And I think those are the things we have to begin to look at. So in 3 to 5 years, some of those high-level funding initiatives and policies may end up changing, because in order to really move things forward, you have to look at those things, because if you don't have the funds and the leadership investment, then you can't do any of these things. So I think that's something that the larger organization, larger federal government, DoD, will probably end up taking a look at. How do we source and build IT from a funding perspective?
Yeah,